Hey friends, thank you so much for clicking on this video. I'm Brett and let's get weird. I hope everyone is doing well. I've been away shooting a couple different projects right now, so hence the slower upload speed, but I wanted to get a couple of quick reviews in for you guys. Most importantly, I wanted to talk a little bit about Annihilation. A lot of cinephiles are going to see this movie, and otherwise mainstream America is not liking this movie. It is flopping in the numbers. Annihilation, based off of the recent sci-fi novel written and directed by Alex Garland, who did Ex Machina, tells the story of this brilliant doctor, professor, soldier, amazing woman played by Natalie Portman, and she gets called in to investigate the Shimmer. It's encroaching upon America, I think in the South, somewhere, we don't really know where, but it looks like this big bubble that's just taking over life. People are trying to research it and nobody comes out alive. So she has to go in with this team of really brilliant female scientists, and they're going to explore what is the Shimmer and what is it doing and what does it want. And what follows is one of the more interesting sci-fi movies that I've seen recently. So Alex Garland is very much a visual filmmaker. Ex Machina was this cold and clinical kind of movie. I love how he really switched it up with Annihilation visually. So he captures the greens of these forests. It's beautifully shot and super vibrant and colorful. How he uses color and these rainbow hues is so nice. But what remains his focus is really heady sci-fi. The less you know going into this movie, the better, and I don't want to give any surprises. Alex Garland does a great job of setting up this really complex and interesting world. The all-female team of characters are great, and I just love the dynamic between these women together. I love this cast. Natalie Portman, we haven't seen her in a while. Hello girl, welcome back to Hollywood. I love seeing you back here, and you are a badass. You are brilliant and beautiful and wonderful. The supporting players, Jennifer Jason Leigh is wonderful, Tessa Thompson's outstanding, and maybe my favorite being Gina Rodriguez. She steals almost the entire movie. She injects a nice dose of humor and grit into the movie that was needed in this otherwise really quiet, methodical kind of sci-fi movie. The first 2/3 of this movie are a little bit slow, it takes its time, but I get that it's trying to go for this contemplative place because you are exploring with these women what is this world. But as we build towards the climax, it gets really, really exciting. Everybody that saw this movie says that the first 2/3 for them were great, and then the last third, it was too crazy for them. I'm on the opposite end of the spectrum. I actually really liked the final act a lot because it got so weird and gnarly. Visually, I felt a whole bunch of influences. There's a little bit of Arrival in this movie. There's a lot of under the skin in there. Annihilation's imagery is very disturbing, and a lot of horror elements in here with not only the creatures but the ideas of survival and instinct and human nature. And last but not least, there's a little bit of 2001 in here with the color palette and the really crazy visuals. This movie left me thinking for a long time after it was done. When the lights came up during the credits, when all my friends around me were chattering, I was like, don't talk to me right now. I felt so weird. It affected me on a bodily level. I'm not talking about sexually, although maybe a little bit, but I'm talking about just like, I had this really guttural reaction. Days after seeing it, I'm still thinking about Annihilation, and that's maybe the highest praise that I can give. So overall, I give Annihilation an 8.5 out of 10. It's one of the better movies that I've seen so far this year, and the score might even be higher after I see it a second viewing. And now I have to turn it over to you. What did you think of Annihilation? Did you love it or did you hate it? If you liked this review, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And I also want to thank you guys for 100 subscribers. I'm really happy with that, and I'm so grateful to you guys. So yeah, you guys, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys at the movies.